Hi and welcome to another episode of RickabyTV, designed to demystify the world of accounts and tax and help your business grow. As you can see, this morning I'm actually on the High Street in Berkhamsted. We've got the budget today. It's the 5th time that George Osborne has stood up, and businesses up and down our High Street and across the country are interested to find out what he's got to say. We'll be listening and we'll bring you more news on the other side. Hi, here we go. George has just sat down. He's covered quite a lot of ground. He started off by reminding us all of a lot of the announcements that have already been made, which we've already spoken to you about. So what I'm going to do is just give you a quick run through of the major bullet points of the Chancellor's speech. He did, as I say, cover quite a lot of ground. So excuse me, I'm going to be referring to some of my notes. The major thing was that he announced that the budget is going to be to create a resilient economy. Which we heard in the press overnight anyway. But he was saying that it was going to be a budget for makers, doers and savers, which kind of set the scene quite nicely. Growth has been forecast up to bring the size of the economy back to pre-crisis levels by the end of this year, which is very positive. The revenue are getting an increased budget to tackle non-compliance, which is less so. Greater support is going to be available for exporters with changes to export finance options to make sure that we're more likely to see made in England or made in the UK when we're travelling abroad. There are going to be more grants available for small businesses to take on more apprentices. We have an apprentice and we're looking to recruit another, and it's been working really well. So if you are looking for extra hands, it might well be worth something to look into. The business rates and enhanced capital allowances that were announced a while ago have been extended. They've been extended for another 3 years, whilst the annual investment allowance has been extended to 2015 and it's been doubled to £500,000. So that's certainly something worth taking notice of. For small loss-making businesses, the R&D tax credit has been increased to 14.5%. So if you're unsure of whether you qualify for the R&D tax credit, do get in touch. It is something that we do quite a lot and which we are very successful at getting the relief for businesses, for business clients. So again, if you're doing something that ticks all the boxes in that regard, then do get in touch. Seed EIS, which was a relatively new scheme that was created to encourage investment for new start businesses, has been made permanent, a permanent feature of the tax landscape. Again, it's something that we've been doing. It must be for new start businesses that have not yet started trading. So if that applies to you or to anyone you know, do make them aware that Seed EIS is going to stay available. Energy savings were a big subject, and they've been made available for intensive manufacturers to try and keep those firms in the UK. But also there have been some changes rolled out to both domestic and commercial. There's going to be some small print on those, so we'll be in touch over that, and it will be in the email that we'll send you overnight tonight. So there'll be some more about that in there. On to the duties. Fuel duty has been frozen, and the planned increase in fuel duty that was due to be in September has been abolished, so there will be no fuel duty increase to face. Duty on spirits and cider have been frozen, whilst there is going to be a reduction of duty by 1p per pint overnight. That will be reduced. On to tax bandings, and the income tax band there is no income tax going to be on the first £10,500 of income, whilst the 40p rate, which has been the subject of a lot of attention over the last week or so, is going to be increased to £41,865. Cash and stocks ISAs will be combined from July, while the threshold for annual savings into ISAs will be increased to £15,000. Junior ISAs, the rate has been, or the allowance has been increased. So if you are looking to try and hand money off, that might be one way to try and do that. There are also quite a lot of attention given to pensions and a lot of reform around pensions, which again, it will involve some studying of the small print. But essentially, George has said that nobody will have to buy an annuity, that you will be able to shop around more so than you used to on the open market option, and you can actually now draw down funds, or you will be able to. You'll be able to draw down funds when you choose to draw it, and you will only be paying tax at a rate of 20% in the majority of cases, rather than the old 55% rate. So again, that might be a very popular move among pensioners prior to next year's general election. The 10% tax rate for savers has also been abolished. So we're now going to get on with compiling our email to send out to you overnight. But if you've got any questions from any of those points that I've very, very quickly covered, then please do get in touch. We will, as I say, be sending the email out overnight, and there will be more detail to follow over the next few days as we get our hands on the small print and can study the detail in depth. As I say, any problems, give us a call and we'll be in touch very soon.